better watch where you point that thing. Don't let it just point anywhere. Oh, watch where you point that thing.
Music that, those last 3 songs you heard, those were songs that these amazing musicians helped me create. Tom Hopkins, this incredibly talented producer who's been through the 5-day, and I created that collection of music called Watch Where You Point That Thing. Do any of y'all have that collection of music? Okay, yeah. I was going to bring CDs with me, but they're not ready till next week. You can get it online as a download and burn it yourself, but I am getting CDs burned. It is so exciting. My first music CD is not going to be the last. Of Watch Where You Point That Thing. And it takes you on a musical journey. It starts out kind of like this pop song, where my friend Tamara Taylor is going to wail, and then it goes into a kind of a down and dirty Delta rock blues kind of song, and then it goes into that heaven song, and nope, there's one called You Might As Well Be Having Fun. They each have a different feel and flavor, and they each invite you to move in completely different ways. And then we'll go through heaven. Now, after heaven, we'll start this thing where after the song, you sit still. You sit down on the floor and you sit very still for a minute. You experience the contrast between movement and stillness. Now, I just discovered this accidentally, that if you move to a song and then you sit still, you go really deep. And every time you do that, you move to a song and sit still, and move to a song. Every time you go deeper. And you feel more. The contrast does it. Movement and stillness, sound and silence. The contrast, this is all about contrast. We love contrast. And then after the last song, I think it's called It's Only Ecstasy, that's why you brought that towel. You'll either roll it up, put it under your head, or you'll lay it out on the floor, and you'll just lie down. Feel what you feel. If you feel scared, feel scared. If you feel annoyed, feel annoyed. If you feel sad, feel sad. If you feel blissed out, feel blissed out. Just feel whatever you feel. And just experience yourself. See, that's what we're getting to. It's just where you just experience yourself. Nothing's off limits, nothing's taboo, nothing is terrifying, it's just all experience. And we want to really get you in your body. It's another thing, if you're not fully in your body, you're not feeling, but you don't know you're not feeling. A psychic told me in 1987, he goes, "You're numb as a fence post." And I went, huh? Did not know that. Because it's relative. If you've been that way for decades, you don't know. You have no idea. But the cool part of this is you can keep unfolding to more and more wonderful feelings that you didn't know you had the capacity for. You didn't know were possible. It happens to me all the time. I'll think, oh, well, yeah, I'm feeling good. So, this is an expansion on my life.
Your eyes wide open, you're just like, whoa.
Yes. So, there's more. Absolutely.
Always.
Always. And then, lifetimes from now, we'll still be evolving. And there'll be more, and there'll be more, and there'll be more. But this one's the one we're concerned about right now. So, we'll move.
I read Eckhart Tolle, and
Yeah.
I was always trying to be in the body, in the present. And I wanted to know, is grace gonna help us just, find ourselves there instead of having to
Do a bunch of stuff, yeah. You set your intention. You say, I want to be grounded as much as possible. Like, blissed out in this body. And it's very sensitive people very often, the more that want to jump out of the body. It's like, ooh, ow, out of here. So just know that that's the case and that it's okay, actually. That if there is something making you want to jump out of it, that you can feel it. Just be with it. And boy, when you really, it also, I'll definitely say this too. If you want to be successful in this world, in this physical world, the way this world works, be grounded. It brings it all literally down to earth. Yeah. And getting comfortable in your body rather than trying to get out of it. I knew this guy. He would always say, I'm wanting to learn to have out-of-body experiences, and well, you do that constantly before and after you come into your body. So, but that's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to do. And that was cool. But being in the body is wonderful. Bitch. But just know that after that 5th song, you're just going to lie down like this, flat out, and just experience. And you'll also feel the vibration that you set up in your body. While you're still moving, by contrast, you don't feel it that much. The minute you get still, you feel it. You feel much more. And so here's how that's going to work, this movement thing. I call it non-habitual movement. And you're not going to be trying to dance or anything until maybe later if you feel like doing that. But you're going to be, the idea is to move your body in ways that you don't ordinarily do. And music just, yeah, you're doing it. It's cool. Music gives you a good excuse and gives you inspiration for ways to do that. I mean, when we first started doing this at the ranch, we would usually do it outside. And it's only later that I started using music more and we do it inside. My neighbors' horses would get spooked. And they would start running all over the pasture, looked like a pack of predators probably were coalescing in the neighboring field and getting ready to come over and eat them. And then my neighbor himself, who probably noticed his horses were freaking out, one day he came over the fence and he goes, "What do y'all do over here?" And I told him about non-habitual movement. We were real good friends. Now, I didn't know him that well at that time. They just moved. Now he lets me use his big tractor. I have tractor envy. Because Carl and Scott have a big tractor. Brand new. They're so sweet. So, it looks kind of funny. There were people out there walking around like monkeys and skipping backwards and, doing weird things. And so I always say with non-habitual movement, the minute you catch yourself doing something you've already done, do something different. Here's another thing. If you feel self-conscious, then feel self-conscious. And if don't look at other people. If that bothers you, just kind of have your eyes open enough to be able to not bump into people.
Heaven is right here on earth. On earth.